Hello and welcome to Tutorialspoint. In this video, we are going to talk about different operators in JavaScript. Well, you can think of operators the same as they are in mathematics. We have the addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, and many more. Now let's talk about the same operators in JavaScript. So let's start with the definition of operators. What are operators? Operators are symbols that tell the JavaScript to perform specific operations on the operands, right? So here I have an example of 3 and 4. Now the 3 and 4 are the operands on which the operation is supposed to be performed, and your plus or your addition in this case is going to be the operator, right? So addition is the operator here. The operator performs the addition operation on these operands and the value is going to be 3 plus 4, which is 7, right? Moving on, let's talk about the basic arithmetic operators in JavaScript, right, as they are in mathematics. The first one is your addition. You may already be familiar with it. Then we have the subtraction. Then we have the multiplication. Then I have the division. Then I have the modulus. Don't worry if you don't know about modulus. I will show you with the help of an example. Then we have the increment, and it's very easy. And then we have the decrement, and there is also exponentiation. Okay, now let's discuss these operators one by one in detail. The first four operators are something that you may be already familiar with, right? So let's get started with the first one, which is addition, and it's very simple actually. So let's say I have two variables, right? So price 1 is equal to this, price 2 is equal to this. Total price will be equal to, I'm creating a third variable, and total price, and it will be equal to the addition of first two variables. So here I am taking 29.99 plus 45.50, and then I am just printing the total price. Here I have this example that you can see. This is of the subtraction as well, right? So if you want me to run this code, I'll just click on the demo here. So once I click on the demo, yeah, as you can see here, price 1, price 2, total price. So if I just run this code, it should give me the addition of 29.99 and 45.50. So if I run this code, as you can see, the output is 75.49, right? So basic addition, right? Moving on, we have the another example of subtraction, which I already told you, and it's very simple. We have original price of 100, discount of 15, discounted price will be original price minus discount, and then I'm just console.logging or basically printing the the discounted price, right? So it's very simple, basic operations of addition and subtraction. Moving forward, let's talk about the multiplication and division. Again, you already know about them. Multiplication, so let's say item price quantity, very real world example. So total items price is going to be item price multiplied by quantity. Now to represent the multiplication in programming, we use the star symbol, right? And similarly, we have the one for your division as well. It's very simple. We use the slash to represent the division operator. These are very straightforward and easy operators that you have already studied in your mathematics. Moving forward, now let's talk about these operators. You may have seen them or may not have seen them. So let's quickly have a look at them. The first one is our exponentiation, and this is represented with double stars or double asterisks. Now, what does this mean? It's very simple. The exponentiation operator raises the first operand to the power of the second operand, right? So here, let me just show you the output to make you understand. Let's say x is a variable whose value is 4. If I say x, then the exponentiation operator in 2, what am I doing? Let me just run the code for you. I'm going to run this, and it is printing 16. So this is basically doing 4 raised to the power of 2, or we can say that it is saying 4 square in this case, right? If I change this, if I make this 4 cube, right? So this will be 4 raised to the power 3, or I can say 4 cube, which is 64. I hope you got it. It's very simple actually, right? So this was the exponentiation operator. Then we have the modulus operator, okay? What is this modulus operator? Modulus operator is used to find the remainder after dividing one number by another, right? So in the previous slide, we had the division, and from this, using this operator, the division operator, the slash symbol, what do we get? We get the coefficient, we get the answer of the division. But if we use the modulus operator, this percentage sign, what do we get? We will get the remainder from that operation. Okay, so here I have this example. I'll just click on it, As you can see, I have two numbers, 5 and 2. If you divide 5 by 2, what will happen? We know 2 2s are 4, so the remainder is 1. So if I use the operation of x modulus y, and I'm saving it into a variable called rem, which is short form for the remainder. If I just print this rem or the remainder, let's see, it should give me 1, I guess. And as you can see, it's 1 exactly. Okay, so this is how we can calculate the remainders in JavaScript as well as in any programming language. Okay, so these were the important operators. Now, the one more important operator is your increment and decrement operators. And it's very, very simple. As you can see in this example, I have an x variable which is equal to 20. And then after that, I am saying x plus plus. Okay, and then I'm console.logging the value of x. What do you think will happen? Well, here is the thing. X plus plus means take the original value of x and increment it by 1 or add 1 to it. Okay. Similarly, minus minus means take the original value of y, which is 25, and minus 1 from it. So y will become 24. Right. So if I run this code for you real quick, and if I run it, as you can see, the new value of x is 21 because earlier it was 20. Then I did x plus plus, which means I incremented the value of x by 1. So earlier it was 20, now it's 21. Then y was 25 originally. Then I said y minus minus, or I decremented the value of y by 1, right? I subtracted its value by 1. So earlier it was 25. 25 minus 1 gives you 24, which is here in the output. So these are very important operators. The increment operator with the help of plus plus, and we have the decrement operator with the help of minus minus. Moving forward, let's talk about increment and decrement again, but with a little twist. You may have seen this, and this is basically called the prefix and postfix. What is this prefix and postfix? It's very simple actually. Let's take an example here. I'll just press demo. And let's look at the code here. Let's say there is a variable x is equal to 5. I will create a new variable and store the value of x in it, but increment it by 1. So I am saying y is equal to x plus plus. So y's new value is what? Y's new value is the original value of x, because let's just take a look here. X here. What is x? X is 5. So the value of x is stored in this y. Then we do a plus plus, which means we are incrementing the value of x by 1. Okay, so the new value of x here becomes now what? 6. If I run this code, the new value of x will be 6, but the y's value will be 5. Okay, this is what we called as the postfix increment. Okay, first we assign its value to some new variable, then we increment it by 1. So postfix. One thing. Then we have the prefix increment. Let's take another example. Let's say there is a variable a is equal to 5. Now I create a new variable to store the value of a, but notice here I was first writing x then plus plus, but here I am first writing plus plus and then a. So what am I doing is I am saying the value of b should be equal to, you have to take the value of a, increment it by 1 and then store that new value inside the b. So what will happen now? In this case, b will be equal to 5 plus 1, which is 6, but also a will be also equal to 6 because we are incrementing a as well. This is called your prefix increment. So if I just run the code for you, if I just click on this run button here, and as you can see, earlier x was 6 and now the y is 5. Okay, x will be but 6. Now as you can see, it's 6. Similarly, in the prefix increment, a is also equal to 6 and b is also equal to 6. So this was a little bit about what? This was a little bit about the increment and decrement, but with what? With the postfix and the prefix. Okay, same is going to be the case in the case when you want to subtract it by 1, when you want to do the decrement. So same will be the case for that as well. Moving on, let's quickly talk about the operator precedence. Just like in mathematics, you may have heard of the rule BODMAS, right? So there is different precedence for different operators. For example, division and multiplication come first, then come the other ones, the subtraction and addition, right? The addition and subtraction, in fact. So similarly, JavaScript operators also follow a precedence. This means that in complex operations with multiple operators, some operations are performed before others. Okay, now generally what happens, multiplication and division have higher precedence than addition and subtraction. If I just want to run this demo for you, What do you think will be the output? One way is to say 10 plus 5 is 15 and 15 multiplied by 2 is going to be 30. So the output can be 30, or I can say 5 multiplied by 2 is 10 and 10 plus 10 is 20. So if I just run this code, as you can see, the answer is 20. Why? Because the operator precedence here is given to the multiplication. So first it says 5 multiplied by 2, which is 10, and then the 10 is added to this 10 and the final result becomes 20. That is why the output here is 20. Okay, so that was a little bit about the operators in JavaScript. Thank you and keep learning.